Alrighty. Right. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to this spontaneous live broadcast. Nothing planned. Couldn't sleep, so I thought I would do a bit of a just turn this down. A little bit of a broadcast in regards to TokyWoky and why hasn't it been a success here in the UK. For those that don't know, for the last couple of months I've been helping, supporting PC building community via TokyWoky through the only business in the UK that actually supports it, and that is OverclockersUK. Now, a little bit of background about what TokyWoky is. It's a very popular app in France where people and business that support it actually enable this widget within their website where people can ask questions about their products, and the average Joe, just like me, can answer those questions, and it's free to register. And once you answered several amount of questions, you get privileges. And those privileges could be moderator, and the main goal is to become a coach for TokyWoky, which I've been certified about a month ago. And whatever store that you support or you know about, everybody's got their favorite store. Mine is PCs, of course. I deal with the likes of Scan, Chill Blast, Specialist PC, Overclockers, because they're just 10 minutes away. But it covers a wide range of retailers, from clothes to food to health to fishing to shooting, you name it, it's there. Now, in France, very popular. It's a great tool for people, retailers, especially small retailers like Overclockers, to, once the day ends at 5:30 and there's people browsing through their website and they want some help and support, of course there's nobody there. So that's when people like myself help them out with their queries, questions in regards to PCs, what's the best part, and give them suggestions and guidance. And through it I met some fantastic people, and I think I don't understand as to why it has not been a success in the UK. Now, I'll just give you a bit of a background. Let me just get in here. So it's TokyWoky. If you type that on your Google search or whatever browser, it gives you a way, a very simple explanation. It's to help each other live, and then if you do a good job, you get rewarded for it. I also give them feedback because the app's still a work in progress. There's still some bugs with it, and it just gives you a way of doing it. You simply enter your question, and anybody that's online can answer it for you. Now, in France, you can see here, there is 78 websites that actually support it, okay, through a variety of platforms. Now, when you compare that to the UK, and you can see there's only one in Staffordshire, and that only company is OverclockersUK. So this is where let me just minimize that so you can actually see properly. Oh, yes, maybe. And this is the app right here. So people can browse through and need some help. They simply just type a question in, and what you're going to see is my side of things when the question is popped in. So like I said, there's been other companies that trialed it, and those companies were Chill Blast, didn't do it for very long, and PC Specialist, and again shut down. They've got a forum and they virtually didn't like it and got abused, because you do attract stupid people sometimes, just causing issues. So they just stopped it. But Overclockers stuck with it, and because they stuck with it, and it's one of the stores that I've been loyal to, I decided to use a bit of my spare time to be able to help people out there. All right, so I am going, let me just check. Right, so if you guys have any questions at all in regards to this, just on live chat on YouTube, just let me know and we can crack on. So what will you see? So if you type in a question, whatever that question is, this is my side of the things, so just give you an idea. So here we are, we've got a question here, and this person, and again it's anonymous, you can register and you can put your username. So this person is asking, I'm looking for an extremely reliable USB wireless adapter that can do the job without any reliability issues. And already someone answered, and this person is recommending just a visitor, and he's got some symbols here, and I'll explain those in a minute. And he virtually put anything TP-Link. Well, that's not really very helpful, really. But before we go into the actual questions itself, I am a certified coach by TokyWoky, and I'm also a certified coach for Overclockers, and at the moment I am the UK's #1, and I don't know if you can see that is being cut. I need to sort that out, really. Bear with me. Why is that being cut? So there's always something not quite right. On last night's stream I noticed that I forgot to put AJ Atomica's tag name, and I had Richard, so for the whole night in some of the screens he was Richard, which was quite funny. But let's see if I can change this. So it includes that. It's cutting for some reason. If I minimize it, perhaps. There we go. A little bit better. I'm using two screens, so bear with me. Right, so like I was saying, at the moment I'm the UK's #1 for the store. There's a couple of members of staff that's actually registered. So you've got Nathan, who works for Overclockers, Liam, and you also have Chuck Norris, and these are members of staff that work on a day-to-day basis. So these numbers here, what it means is the number of people that we've helped. And at the moment, if I click on my profile, kind of gives you a bit of a breakdown. So I've answered over Jesus, I've answered over 3,000 plus questions, and people can reward you on the quality of the help that you gave them. So either by giving a gold, silver or bronze star. And 855 people very kindly awarded me some stars. And based on those stars, you receive badges. So at the moment, because I've been doing this for a while, the Genius Badge, Supporter, Hero and Guardian. What Guardian is, it just protects the actual community by, if you've got people swearing and stuff like that, keeping an eye on things, and people also give you feedback. So that is me. Now, when someone, let's get through some of the questions. A lot of these questions is mainly related to the products within Overclockers UK, but I get questions in regards to builds, to what's best, what's my suggestion, and again, not related, and some of the products that sometimes I recommend, Overclockers don't stock it because they got specific brands that they back, and then other companies like Scan have other ones, and in between I tend to use those two main stores because they are the best value for money. So here we go. One of the biggest questions today was that on the Overclockers UK website, everybody's been waiting for a delivery, and the delivery was for some AMD cards, and for the last couple of weeks, a bit slow. The Radeon RX 570 and 580 been out of stock. I'll just close that away. It's been out of stock. Okay, and also the 570s. Now the 570s was due to have a delivery today, so all day you've been getting people asking when. See people asking about the 570s. Is anything in? Any news? So yeah, they were due to have a delivery. On Saturdays the cut-off order point is 3 o'clock. So for any person that pre-ordered it, if the delivery was done in the morning, they probably would get dispatched and get it delivered for Sunday delivery. But Overclockers UK have not updated the status on the ETA, so that means that either the delivery arrived late and they haven't processed, or within their warehouse, or the delivery hasn't come, and they have no control over that. They are virtually mercy to the manufacturer or distributor. So I'll go down to some of the answers that I kind of gave. A lot of questions is asking countries. Unfortunately, Overclockers do deliver across worldwide, but not every single country. They use a DHL and also use a DPD international service, and there's certain countries they won't go. So a lot of questions. I had a guy from Russia asking, do you deliver to Russia? No. So we got a new question. Let's go in there. There we go. The RX 570, I'm waiting for part of a £960 ordered on the 30th. I want my other parts, including the new monitor. So we'll answer that. Yes. Far as I am aware, the status of 570 updated yet. I assume you. Sorry about the keyboard. So yeah, the type of questions, I find this useful because you do get some really good questions that even I, after all my experience, I don't know. So I have to research it. So there's another question. I want a ready-made small PC that I can add 3 hard drives. After my present PSU keeps blowing, any recommendations? Well, if your power supply keeps blowing, there's either a hard drive won't do that, unless you're running a really low powered power supply. The only thing I can think of is either you've got a faulty motherboard that's causing that, or the quality of your power supplies is not that great. So yeah, but scroll down. So a lot of questions about CPUs, Ryzen or Intel. So yeah, do you ship to Russia? Unfortunately, they don't. And yeah, I dealt with this person personally, because if they answer back, if we go in my inbox, you can have a private conversation with them in a one-to-one. So this person virtually bought a X99 motherboard off this website, and of course it's a 2011-3 socket, and then it's got a CPU, but the box in the CPU says LAG, I think he meant LGA 2011, which is the X99 chipset instead, and he doesn't know what to do. So in my experience is there's no way that Overclockers was going to sell a 5-year-old CPU and virtually pass it off as the a X99 chipset. So it could be just the writing on the box. So the only thing I said, what's the model? As soon as he said was the 6800K, yeah, it's the LGA 2011-V3. So you can crack on with his other ones. Another guy here who virtually wasn't too happy that Overclockers didn't deliver to his country, which was Russia. He keeps asking why, and answered it. Then I thought he was from Russia, then he's Estonia, and unfortunately they don't. So at the end, I had to send them a list of all the countries that worldwide that Overclockers UK actually post to them. Yeah, more questions about graphics cards. Try to find. So yeah, one thing I did get a lot of repeat questions is people who've got DDR3 RAM and they want to upgrade, and they've got 2 spare slots, and they're virtually asking, can I just get the same amount and populate all 4 DIMMs? And I said, yeah, you can, as long as they're the same model, brand, frequency, and they'll work fine. But your motherboard probably has dual mode, so if you populate all 4, instead of upgrading, let's say if you got 4 times 4 gig sticks, and as soon as you populate them, you're not operating in dual mode, which would be better. So recommend 2 8s in dual mode. Done. But yeah, I get notified a lot, so a lot of people thanking me and giving me feedback, which is nice. There's also other online premium coaches. So if you click in France, you've got this coach here who's answered 69,000 questions, and he's been on it for 3 years. So you can see that in France he covers a range of humongous amount of multi-languages and different retailers. Well, if we go here in the UK, and at the moment I am a coach in high tech, and if I want to change that, and that's the only 3 companies. Okay, if I wanted to say sport, there's a couple of sports. One is air rifle or health. There's not many. Arts and crafts, there's hardly any. So when you compare this to the France, if you go into the same version, you can see clearly that you got coaches. There we are, 31,000, and he's just fishing. What else we got? Another one. Again, loads. So this is the thing. I wished other companies, especially PC companies, utilize this app, because I don't know if there's any cost to them, and there is still some grimlings. There's a lot of things that there's a lot of things that still needs to be tweaked. For example, if you put an answer and you made a mistake, there's no way you can edit it, so you're kind of stuck. So you do give a lot of feedback to the TokyWoky community, the people behind this app, and they are actively changing it, which is good to see. But let's see. You can, to register to use this service, and if you want to become a coach or anything like that, all you need to do is just your username, an email address, done. That's it. Once you've answered a certain number of questions, then you'll be able to get some a moderator privileges. Now everything is unlocked now for me, so there's a couple of feeds. So a few people who are here both on UK sites and other sites around the world. So yeah, French. So you can put your own feeds, posts, ideas. You also have the moderator section where you kind of take things off. So for example, here someone had a question about want to get 2 monitors and I want the size to be slim, what monitor is best, and the answer for others gave, don't go to Overclockers, they're dicks. Well, that was useful, so I took that off. So again, somebody was speaking with a member of staff of Overclockers, and they gave an answer which they didn't like, and then they started to verbally bashing them publicly, so remove that out of the way. So yeah, it's a simple app. I like it because I get a chance to help people, and as you know, that is one thing that since I started this channel, it was to help people on my little way. I also noticed I haven't done nothing on Twitch because I hardly game anymore, but my boy does, and I also noticed that now they have a creative section, and I wasn't aware of it, and I think it was last year I went on it, and just by chance I was recording some footage using OBS, and I switched over, and there was a user there, and he was building a PC from scratch, and just started the stream, and I started chatting away, and 4 hours later I was still there, and the reason being I was trying to guide him through how to build a PC via the keyboard, and 4 hours later, from a list of parts that he had, ended up with a fully working PC at the end, which was quite amusing, and I recorded the whole thing. It was about 4 hours long, so I don't think that'll make a very good YouTube video, because all you see is the chat and the banter during those 4 hours with the group of people that were there was fantastic, and they stream on Twitch, but yeah, that's the sort of thing that I do. So there you go. I'll just go quickly to over here, sort that out, done. Lovely. So that's me. You know, sometimes when I have a bit of free time, I'll do this, and like I can't sleep at the moment, so I thought I'd just jump on it and help a few people out. I also met somebody who next month is travelling from London, and it was through TokyWoky. He was looking for somebody who could assist him or build a PC for him, and a lot of people offer their services, but he wanted to do water cooling. So of course for me that was, yes, I can help with that. And of course anybody in the right mind, if they have just spend a fortune on parts, you know, to trusting a total stranger to send the parts over to them to build them for you, it's not exactly the best thing. So he's actually traveling with all this gear next month to my house on the shed, and we're going to build a PC with him. so he will be able to understand the actual building process, so we can actually do maintenance on it. And I do get a lot of people asking to do builds. Now I've got two types of people. One that's just, here's the parts, build as quickly as you can so I can game. Fine, not a problem. But I've got people who actually want to learn and ask, can I watch, can I see how you do it? And I explain. Of course the build times triples because you're taking the time explaining why you're doing this and why you're connecting it like that. But by the end of it, not only did they get the PC built, and I don't charge for this, you know, they most of them give them donations, which was nice, but they go away with more knowledge in regards to PC building than they had by the time they arrived to me. So that was the story with Richard 2 years ago. So there you go. Right, I think there's nothing really much to show at the moment. I did join a couple of hangouts, a few people, but again, because there's such a small minority of people in here helping out, there's the likes of Gustavo. He's a regular here on a daily basis. It's quite hard to get a community going in regards to helping each other out. So that's why I refer back to this as to, you know, why aren't other companies like the likes of Chill Blast and PC Specialists knocking this back? Well, it's proving really, really useful to businesses that use it, like Overclockers. And Overclockers very kindly, you know, because I've been helping them out, contacted me and said, you know what, thanks very much for the support on After Hours. We would like to give you a little something. And I don't normally take anything, but they've very kindly offered me, you can have one of our mugs. I said, oh, that's kind, because that will go nicely with my PcShed mug. And give us a gaming mouth, which my boy's using at the moment. And which was free, which was a nice gesture, but I wasn't doing it for recognition or anything like that. I just wanted to help people out. So I just wish that they would jump on board. But hey ho, it is what it is. So on that note, thank you very much for joining for this little short live stream, and until next video, ta-da!